Hey, Facebook Live. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, Facebook Live, YouTube, Periscope. You guys, I'm super excited to be joining you all this afternoon. I want you guys to come on in. Come on in. I'm going to give you a second to get here. It's so important that you guys get on the line, and I want you to share this video. I want you to share this video. I promise you it's going to inspire somebody. It's going to give somebody encouragement. It's going to help somebody today. You all literally, we're changing lives over here, and that's what this thing is all about. So I don't want you to think that the title of this live is to brag. It's not. It's literally because I didn't know. I had no clue that it had happened. So I want you guys to share this broadcast because I want to tell you some things that's really gonna help you. Hey, Stacy, how are you, beautiful? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, who all is here? Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. I'm giving away some prizes today, so I want y'all to come on in. Come on in, comment so I know you here. I'm giving away some prizes. Listen, before we get started, I got to take a shot of my Valet 30. Hey, Dr. Sam, what's up, sis? Good to see you. Listen, I got to get my vitamin in, you guys. It takes energy to do what I just did. Hold on. Oh, my God, it gives me my life. Hey, Terrence. So listen, you guys, I want to take a minute and first of all say this. Something amazing happens when you change your mindset. Something amazing happens when you change your mindset. When you get your mindset, like you take your whole mind back and you really begin to understand who God created you to be, and you really know that you're supposed to have more, do more, be more. It shifts everything around you. And you'll notice that things begin to change. What used to be comfortable is no longer comfortable. What used to be okay is no longer okay. All of these things begin to change because you've had a mind shift and elevation. Literally, when you begin to change your vibrations and you vibrate on a higher level, when you begin to step into the God level of vibration in the earth, then you know that you're operating in a realm where you speak and it is so, right? Because God has given us the ability to obtain wealth, the ability to create, the ability to do, to move, to manifest. We're created to manifest. We're created to walk in dominion over all of the earth. We're created for that. The problem is the created when there is a misrepresented connection with the creator does not function the way it was created to function. And unfortunately, we have allowed school, family, religion to cause us not to operate the way God created us to operate, but to operate the way they say that we're supposed to operate. And I had to let it go. I had to let that go. That was not working for me. I knew there was more. I knew there was more in my relationship with God. I knew there was more in business. I knew I was supposed to do more and be more. So listen, let me tell you all what happened, okay? So I want you to understand the story and where this comes from. Literally, when the pandemic hit, God gave me a divinely inspired idea to teach a class. Listen, to teach a class. It was a divinely inspired idea by God to teach a class called Corona Proof Your Income, right? Corona Proof Your Income, how to add additional streams of income now. Right? Because people's jobs were closing down, schools were closing, everything was closing, and people were in a panic. But there were things that I had been doing, right? They weren't new things for me. I'd been doing these things. But God said, teach the people how to use what I've deposited in them to create their wealth. We're so used to getting a check, having a paycheck, having someone else provide our security that we often will miss it. So what I did, this is what I did. I said, okay, I'm going to do this class. I did not have a funnel. And there's a lesson in all of this, y'all. I promise there is. I did not have a funnel. I did not, literally, it was like, God was like, do it. I was like, okay. I created an Eventbrite. I, did a Facebook Live or two and invited people from my Eventbrite, and people got on. People signed up and they got on and they took the class. Listen, I taught the class 2 times. I think I taught it twice, right? I taught it 2 days. I did the class and I offered people the opportunity to take one of my other classes. I had special pricing for for Corona. I did payment plans for people. If they paid in full, they got a discount. Like I did all of these things, right? That was the start. That was in March. Okay. That was in March. From April to July, across all of my streams of income, I made in excess of $30,000. Did y'all hear what I said? From April to July, I made in excess of $30,000, which allowed me to do some things that I had to do with my school, rent, our online platform. I did, listen, you guys, I had so much stuff that I needed to do. I needed that demand placed on heaven, right? To pull down, and I had to pull that down. So literally, I took the strategies that I taught the people, and I made over $30,000 from April to July. The end of July, you guys, listen, and I wouldn't have known. Right, Stacy? Yes, I'm telling y'all, God will give you strategies and you have to execute those strategies. Yes, sis. Yes, we have to manifest it using those kingdom keys. So you guys, listen, this is why I found out that I'd done that, because I would have been here today not knowing that I'd done that. So I've had to make some difficult decisions. I'm making some major moves, and I needed to know what my money was monthly. I said, okay, so let me just go ahead and track it. On Saturday morning, I was supposed to go work out, and I did not go work out. Instead, I said, let me lay this out so that I can know where I am and what I'm working with. And I began to go through all of my income streams, right? Now, normally, my adjunct teaching is the place where I see my most money, right? That's where I see my most money. Not so during the pandemic. Why? School went to online. Classes were smaller. I didn't make as much money, right? That was the place I made the least amount of my money during that time period, okay? That's where I made, it was not, well, not the least, but I didn't make, the majority of it didn't come there, okay? So then I teach these strategies for what to do, right? I talk about creating online courses. I talk about writing books. I talk about just using those gifts and talents that God has given you in order to create wealth. Okay. So I began to lay everything out line by line, precept by precept. I went through my Square. I went through my PayPal. I went through my Cash App. I went through my bank account, my online stuff for work, my pay stubs. I pulled all of that stuff out, which I normally don't do, you guys. Normally I don't like doing that. I don't like looking at the numbers because it's depressing. Okay. I'm just going to be real. I'm just talking about me. In the past, it has been depressing to me to look at the numbers because the numbers never seem to be what I need them to be. Right. So I began to look and I said, what? I had to check and recheck, had to check and recheck, and I had to check and recheck again. And I said, are you kidding me? Now, I want you to get this. In March, I think it was March, I began to declare that I would make $10,000 a month. I will make $10,000 a month. I will make $10,000 a month. That was my declaration, that I would make $10,000 a month, right? That was my declaration. I'd had a goal for about 3 years now to get to $5,000 a month, right? Like, I was like, well, I got to get to 5,000 first, right? Got to get to 5,000 first. And I was getting close to that, like at the beginning of this year, right? So I upped it to 10,000. I'm going to make $10,000 a month, $10,000 a month. And I didn't care where it came from. That wasn't my business. That wasn't my issue. My whole thing was I was going to make $10,000 a month. That was my issue. That was my declaration. I was standing on that. And I just was doing what God told me to do. So in March, when the pandemic started, I went to an event and I was inspired. I was inspired because I saw myself. I'm like, I need to be on stage. I need to be doing this. And I invested in me. I started in December of 2019 investing in me. I took money that I could have used for something else and I invested it in me. I invested it in my branding and a photo shoot in me. So from January to March, I was investing in me. I was investing in me. And literally, yes, Burn, I'm going to put you on. I'm going to tell y'all how y'all can take advantage of this. So literally, I was investing in me and it looked crazy. It looked absolutely crazy that I would be spending that kind of money, right? But let me tell you guys something. The return on my investment, I was at an event in March and I knew that I needed what this man had. Like, I need what he knows. I need to be connected to him. I need to do that, right? And so literally he said, I have an offer. I did like this. I got my phone, which has my cards in it. I got it in my wallet in case I needed another card. And I went up there. Like, whatever you're doing, I'm investing in it. That was my faith level. I didn't know how much it was going to be because he charges up to $50,000 for personal coaching, right? But I was determined that whatever it was, I was up there. I was getting whatever he had to offer. I was going to be a part of it, okay? Now, it wasn't $50,000, but I went up there and my faith put a demand on God to align things to work for me. This is before everything shut down. This was right when things were starting to shut down. This was probably the last live event that was able to be held in 2020, right? Like, it was the last live event of any size, right? Large size, right? So I was there and I had my stuff in my hand and I was like, okay, whatever he's doing, people thought I was a plant. They thought that he had paid me to be there. No, something clicked in me that day. Something clicked in me that, oh my goodness. Something clicked in me that there was no reason that I should not be up there doing that. Something clicked in me that said, with all that you know, all the talent, all the skills, all the gifts, all that God has given you, there's no reason that you shouldn't be up there. There's no reason that your coaching shouldn't cost $50,000. There's no reason for that. And so I said, I'm in. And I went up there in just faith, sheer faith, right? And I made investments that day, and I invested in me. I invested in the promises that God has given me. The next month, well, after that, I did my classes, right? I did my classes that I had decided I was going to do, did my classes. People signed up for my classes. We were killing it. Drop Bootcamp. We were in there dropping the mic. They were learning how to be better speakers, something I do in my sleep. I do it automatically. I've taught public speaking for over 33 years in higher ed, right? That's what I do. I teach people how to speak, right? So I was taking all of the things that I'd learned in my education. I was taking all of the things that I'd learned in entrepreneurship. I launched another business, right? I launched another business in April. In April, I launched another business, direct sales. Yes, Terrence, you were the second place winner in the mic drop competition. Yes, you were. We had a whole contest. The first place winner is going to be on, I'm going to be doing a whole mic drop boot camp live extravaganza. He's going to be on that platform with me. He's going to be one of the speakers, trainers, coaches there. It's going to be a phenomenal opportunity. But I wanted to not only create opportunities for me, but create opportunities for those who invested in themselves and invested in me. So we did the mic drop boot camp. I did not one, but 2 online course creation courses. Online course. I was teaching people how to take their knowledge and do what I did, right? Create your online course. Helping people write their books. Like, it's something that's very easy for me to do, right? Helping people write their books, helping people to start their businesses, right? I was doing direct sales. Listen, I got introduced to Tava. These products changed my life and I was making money there. So listen, I had the school, right? The school is up, it's going. I create the way printing in the midst of the pandemic to support the school. So it's the school's business. It's a printing business. We do t-shirts, we customize masks, like we do all of these different things, right? We've done cups and scarves and ties, and we've done a variety of things, right? Printing, right? And so I learned how to do that stuff, right? That wasn't stuff that I already knew how to do. It was stuff that I'd always wanted to add as a component to the school, but I hadn't. I did that. I did editing. I edited books. Not only did I coach people, but I edited books. I served as a ghostwriter, did ghostwriting. I took all of my skills. I put them to work. And on Saturday, as I began to detail everything, and I began to add up everything, I realized that in the first 7 months of 2020, I had made more than I made in all of 2019. In the first 7 months of 2020, I'd made more than I made all of 2019. And during the pandemic, I'd made over $30,000. I wondered why it was that I was able, because I was able to do stuff. I was able to take care of stuff. I was able to bless my children. I was able to, I had enough. I had enough. I didn't run out. Anytime something was due, money came through. Stuff just came. It manifested, right? Not because I wasn't doing anything, because I was. God gave me vision. I went to work. I helped people. So listen, why am I telling you guys this? If that can happen for me, just using the principles I taught, that's all I did. All I did was use the principles I taught people in the Corona Proof Your Income class. That's all I did. I used those principles, applied them in my life, and I got results. In fact, I got $30,000 worth of them, right? I literally changed my economic landscape by using the gifts that God had deposited in me. Because I'd gotten tired. I was tired. And I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I was sick and tired of knowing all the stuff and knowing the right things, but not seeing the financial manifestation of it in its fullness. I was sick and tired, right, of, watching other people break through and I didn't break through. I was sick and tired of being stuck. Sick and tired of it. So I said, okay, let me put people thought I was crazy. They thought I was crazy. They were like, you're always teaching a class. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was always teaching a class. I had my schedule settled, laid out, I was working with people. I was helping people. And this is the thing. The people who took my classes, and some of them are on here now, some of them will watch in the replay. The people who took my classes, what they'll tell you is that I gave 150%. They got so much more than what they paid for. They got what they paid for, but then I always added extra. I'd add an extra week, an extra class, extra information, extra training. I would always add something else to it, right? Even with I'm telling you, I always added, created added value. Napoleon Hill said this, and this is not a direct quote, but he said that if you will make yourself invaluable, if you'll add significant value to people's lives, you will never go broke. You'll always have increase. People will always come back because you add that extra value, right? And so I made it my mission to add extra value in every area of my life, whether we were talking my students in my regular classes, or we were talking about my coaching clients, my people who were taking my classes that I created. Like, it didn't matter who it was, whether we were talking about people, purchasing our products, making sure that people got things, throwing in a little extra stuff. Like, literally, I made it my mission. And I told people, Stacy will tell you, I've been telling Stacy for about 2 to 3 years, Stacy, you gotta invest in you. You have to. And I lived it, right? I lived it. So before I ever made the 30,000, I invested in me. I took money that, like, listen, okay, I really need this to do something else, but I'm getting ready to invest this because I need a breakthrough. I sowed seeds. Like, I was faithful in my giving. I was faithful in my service. I was faithful. I did everything that God required of me. Everything that God required of me. And then I simply went to work. That's it. Right? So why am I telling you this? You need to track your money. Track your money. Stop being scared of tracking your money because it makes money scared of you. Okay? Track your money so that you can see where you are, see what you're doing, so that you can be encouraged to keep going. I met goals, right? I met goals. My businesses finally, were in a place where they were paying me, and so I literally, because I tracked it, was able to see what God had been trying to show me. But he couldn't show me until I got into a place that was a tight place, so that I would have to look so that I could see. So when I saw that, and I just realized last night that it was over 30,000 in the pandemic. Like, I just realized that. And I said, oh, because I don't know about you guys, but I know I read those sponsored ads where people say, I made $100,000 in one day teaching this class, right? I'm like, man, that's going to be me, right? So today, I'm telling you, I want to show you how I literally made over $30,000 during the pandemic. I want to show you what I did, the steps that I took, how I did it, right? And I want to show you that for free, right? So I'm doing a free Corona Proof Your Income masterclass. Hold on, y'all. Let me get here so I can put the link up for you. And I want to give you guys the opportunity to take it. Like, if you're tired of not breaking through, if you're tired of, not getting it done or making it happen, I'm telling you that you can do it. You can. And it's a real simple process. I didn't ask anybody to do anything that I didn't do. And it's really just using what's in you. And what's in us is not always the same thing for every person. But what you can do is go to bit.ly/Corona Proof Income and register. I've got 2 classes. I've got a class I'm doing on Wednesday night, and I've got a class I'm doing on Saturday morning. You can go register for the Corona Proof Income course. It's a free class, but if you're a person who, after you take this class, you want a 30-minute VIP session with me, for me to really strategize with you. It is a strategy session, right? It's not a, oh my goodness, what do they call them? It's not a discovery call. It's not any of that. It is a strategy session. It's 30 minutes of strategy with a profit. That's what it is, right? 30 minutes of strategy with a profit. And I'm only doing it for $40, right? Normally, if you're doing a strategy session with me, it is significantly more than that, like at least 3 times more than that for a 30-minute strategy session with me, just because I flow in the prophetic. And so I pick up on what God is saying, which results in you being able to execute at an accelerated pace. But you can sign up for the VIP and you can get that for $40. Listen, I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer for you. If it can happen for me in the midst of the worst pandemic that we've seen, the only pandemic that we've seen, but if it can happen for me in that, it can happen for you. But you've got to take some steps. The first step is sign up for the Corona Proof Income course. Listen, I'm going to give you the basic things to do, right? I'm going to give you the basic steps to take so that you can leave that masterclass and go and you can do it. You're going to be ready. But listen, I'm telling you, when you get these principles and you apply them, they will be game changer for you. So you can go to bit.ly/Corona Proof Income, bit.ly/Corona Proof Income to register for the class. I've got class on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. and Saturday morning at 9:30. So Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys are going to want to take this class. Go register. I only have a limited number of slots, and especially for the VIP, because that's an intensive and it requires time. I only have a limited number of spots for those. So you definitely, if you want that, you definitely want to register for that. That strategy session will occur after the class. It'll give you a chance to take the class, try to figure some things out, and then we'll do your strategy session. After that, we'll schedule it and we'll talk about what's going to be best for you, what's going to work best for you, how you can maximize the information that you just got. Listen, all I want to do is help you guys learn how to maximize those gifts that are already inside of you. I'm simply trying to help you do that. And I don't know if you guys understand. I don't know if you understand how I'm trying to figure out the right way to say it. I don't know if you understand how important it is to not only have a prophetic word over your life, but to also have strategy. But I want to teach you. I want to share with you how I made over $30,000 during a pandemic. Literally. It's mind altering for me to be able to say that. And yet, I'm so excited to be able to say it. You know, it's amazing what God will do when you allow him. So if you're someone who wants to take advantage of that, I encourage you, definitely do it. Bring a friend, right? Bring a friend. Don't do it by yourself. Bring a friend. Bring some friends. Make it a family affair. Like, it's family friendly, right? Literally, your whole family can participate. I do own a school of entrepreneurship for 6th through 12th graders. So literally, I'm used to working with youth, and you want to get them involved in your process, right? Get them involved in this process because, listen, you guys can do it together. You all listen. bit.ly/Corona Proof Income. Register for a free class or get the VIP upgrade and get the VIP session. And you guys, let's change our lives and take it to the next dimension. God is ready to do something great in your life. He's only waiting on you. You all, thank you so much for showing up, hopping on. Listen, I'm telling you. Hey, Demel, how you doing? Yes, Alita. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. The link is at the bottom, Carolyn, bit.ly Corona Proof Income. bit.ly Corona Proof Income. And it doesn't matter what industry you're in. What I'm going to teach you are some basic principles that you'll be able to use and to apply. That's it. Yeah, you can be in the clothing industry. You can be in tech. You can be in health and wellness. You can be in direct sales. You can be, I'm telling you, you guys, you got to stop being a one-trick pony. Like, God has put so much in us that in times like this, it calls for us to have those multiple streams to be able to activate. I know that's counter. It's counter to things that you're told on a regular basis. I get it. I get it. But these are unusual times. These are not the normal times, right? And what I discovered is this: when one thing is low, something else picks up. And so when you learn how to move in that ebb and flow, because God is a God of flow, everything's not going to operate at the same level all the time. I just know that for a fact. So I'm telling you that God is doing something great. Let's manifest it in our lives, pull it down, draw it down, speak it into existence, and walk it out, because it is our portion. Come join with me. Learn how to make how I made over 30,000 during the pandemic using my gifts and my talents. I'm not talking about I made 30,000 in a company. I'm talking about using my gifts and my talents. And when I pulled everything together, all my streams of income, I looked up and I'd made over $30,000 during the freaking pandemic. You guys, listen, I'm your girl, Dr. V. Make sure you reach out to me. You can go to www.drvlive.com to see other things that I'm doing, what I'm doing. Follow me. Follow me on Facebook, on Instagram. It's at Dr. V Walters. I really don't do a lot of Instagram, y'all. I got to get better. That's what they told me. Twitter at Dr. V Walters. And of course on Facebook, Veronica Duncan Walters, or it is Dr. V Live. Like, I got a lot of pages, y'all, because I do so much. So I want to invite you guys to join the journey, and listen, hop in one of my groups. You can join 90 Days to Destiny, Forward Focus 21. Hop in one of the groups and see what's going on. I think I might make a special group specifically for this. What do you guys think? Y'all think I should make a group for this? Corona proofing your income, so that we can just share information, not even just for the class, but just to share information. I think I'm going to do that. Y'all stay tuned. You never know what God is doing in this season. Thank you, sis. Love you guys to life, and life more abundant. Who wants abundant life? Me. I love you guys. Mwah. Be blessed.